Okay, I would like to guess.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, the product matrix can be set to be the parameters on which the product can be evaluated.
Hmm.
So there can be various product metrics about the particular product. So basically, these are the parameters on which we can evaluate it.
Sure. Yeah, good answer. Anybody else? Okay, so let me explain to you, to everyone. So I will tell you, see what first of all I will explain you what is product is. Whenever we say product, what does that product mean? Product means, let's take an example of Swiggy. Okay, everyone, I hope everyone has used Swiggy, Zomato, while ordering foods for your friends, family, or for yourselves. So Swiggy is one product. Whenever a product is something, which helps consumers, and the consumers can be different for different products, right? Flipkart is a different product altogether compared to Swiggy. For Flipkart, customers are someone who want to purchase products online. But for Swiggy, as a product, customers are different because these are the customers who want to order food for themselves. So customer ordering food can be different from the customer who are purchasing cloth items, electronic items. Okay. So a product can be different. So in simple terms, if I want to explain you what is product is, the product is something which is, a software based service which helps the end consumer, which makes the life of consumers very easy, and they can, get that service at their hand itself, just by accessing their mobile phone. They can download the app, and they can get used to they can, make take advantage of the service which the products like Flipkart or Swiggy is providing. Okay, so product is nothing but a simple software based service which the end consumers can use for their benefits. Now, the next question that comes in your mind is, if different products, because different products have different customer base altogether, right? You cannot compare the customer base of Flipkart with the customer base of Swiggy. Okay, so now the question that comes in mind is how every product, tracks whether, they are going into the right direction, or whether they are not going into a right direction. Or let's say any product based company, again take an example of Swiggy or Flipkart, they want to take some product call, at their on one particular day. How will they go about it, right? How would they will get to know ki they have to take something, some big decision today or not, right? So there are key parameters, as Nikhil mentioned, right? So we call these key parameters as uh, the health parameters of a particular product. So if I want to say Swiggy, just focus on one example of Swiggy. If I want to say Swiggy as a company is not growing fast. Whenever I say ki Swiggy as a company is not growing fast, what does it mean? It means that Swiggy's number of orders might not be up to the mark, right? For example, Swiggy on monthly basis were, taking order of, let's say, 10 lakhs per month, but suddenly the orders dropped from 10 lakhs to 5 lakhs. Okay, so we will say Swiggy is not performing up to the mark, right? Take a recent example. I hope everyone watches cricket here. Anyone who does not watch cricket here? Hello.
Everyone
Everyone
likes it,
watches.
I hope.
So recently, India was knocked out of the World Cup in semi-finals, right? So what were the things, if I want to say, what were the things which, on which basis, on the basis by which we can say India does not perform better? We can say the cricket match happened at Adelaide ground, right? So the average total of the team were around 180, but India scored 168. So we have one parameter. That parameter was what was the average score scored by any team playing first, batting first. That was 180, but India's score was 168. So whenever, you want to measure the health of any product, whether it's Swiggy, whether it's Flipkart, whether it's your own business, let's say there are so many families, who are running their business. So let's say they are doing a business of selling the offline mobile phones in their hometown, right? So their metric will be what are the total number of mobile phones being sold in a day or in a month or in a week, right? So these are the metrics which helps the the product owner, I would say the business owner, you can say business owner also, to track whether their product is going in a right direction or not, right? So now the question that comes in everyone's mind is why it is important to know. Uh, have you ever thought why it is important to know why a particular product is going in a right direction or not? Again, a very simple example. Let's say, again, a cricket team example I will take. Virat Kohli was the captain earlier. Now Rohit Sharma has become the captain. If we want to see whether the performance of our cricket team is improving day by day or not, how we will judge, right? Our Indian team plays series every month. So if let's say the team is winning every series, then you will say, okay, our team is performing better. They are winning every series. Now within series, I want to see who is the star batter of the Indian team, who is the star bowler of the Indian team. How I will say, how we will predict. We will predict on the basis of who scores most of the runs. If there are three-match series, who scores most of the runs, who takes most of the wickets. Anyone who's taking most of the wicket, that means that particular bowler is performing better, right? And why these are important? These are important because everyone wants to measure the performance of their product of yourself or their selves, and it's very important to track these metrics, these parameters, and these parameters are known as metrics. And why it's important? Because it's very important because otherwise you will never know, because you should have some particular base, right, from which you can compare. So let's say all of the candidates who are present in today's class, right, 1 year back they were doing something. Some might be working, or some might be doing some studies of UPSC, or somebody might have just passed out from the college. So 1 year ago, what you were doing, and 1 year later, what you have been doing, right? So if you want to see whether you are improving or not, you will compare yourself with from your base. That base is something which helps you to define the metrics, right? Whenever we say Swiggy's number of orders are dropping, how this is very subjective, right? When I say Swiggy orders are declining or decreasing, it is a very subjective call. Why? Because let's say I don't know, right, what is the monthly order Swiggy takes. It can be 5 lakhs, it can be 10 lakhs. You cannot say until unless you don't know the base, until unless you have not done the benchmarking. We call base as a benchmarking thing, right? Because you should know what your competitors are doing, right? Swiggy should know what is the average orders being taken by Zomato. If Zomato is taking 3 lakhs but Swiggy is taking 5 lakhs, so if numbers of Swiggy drop from 5 lakh to 4 lakh, then also it's good, right? Because their competitors are doing 3 lakhs per month. Swiggy number dropped from 5 lakh to 4 lakh, but which is fine, right? Because numbers have dropped to 5 to 4 lakh, but still they are far better than their competitors. But second thing that should come in mind, why our number of orders have dropped from 5 lakh to 4 lakh. Then comes the role of data analytics, right? For which you have been, here to, develop your skills for data analytics, understanding the business, right? I will deep dive into this problem, further when we move in our lecture. But I just want to ask you, everyone, do you understand the basics which I want to tell you about what is product, what is parameters, what is metrics? Do you have any doubt regarding why it is important to measure parameters, why it is measured to know the base of your metrics, and how we track these particular metrics? Feel free to ask question, guys. You can please ask any question if you have, or we can move forward. Hello.
No question.
Okay.
Everything is clear till
ठीक
now.
है. So, Abhi, the only thing which I want everyone to understand ki if somebody asks you what is product metric is something in simple terms, it is the key indicator of the company's metrics which are important to track the performance of the product, right? Let me ask Harshvardhan, tell me what is product metric, if I want to ask you.
It's a key indicator which helps company to track their performance.
Performance of what? Companies are very
Performance.
subjective, but let's use product. Flipkart,
Uh,
in technical terms, it is a product. It is not a company, so ठीक है, it's a business. But in terms of KPIs, so and another word of product metric is KPI, which is called as key performance indicator. Okay, so but in what happens is sometimes in interview they won't ask you product metric. They will say, please tell me some KPIs which you will track for product, let's say Uber or Ola. So they won't say product metric, but product metrics and key performance indicator both are synonyms of each other, right? Any doubt here?
no, no doubt.
Okay. So product metrics and key performance indicators are same, right? Now, second question that should come in your mind is how we would identify, there are so many products in the market. I am classifying company into different products. See, if I want to ask you this question, how many companies are there in the world? What would your answer? Your answer should be in millions. There might be billions companies or millions of companies, right? Each company means one product. Then if I want to understand the product metrics for each product, right, it would be very difficult for you to understand, right? Because let's say if companies are few, 10, 15 companies are few, then are there, then it's easy for you to understand the metrics, right? But there are millions of companies outside the world, inside the India also. Then interviewer will ask you any company name, and then you will say, okay, I don't know what is the answer I should say because I've not heard about this company, right? Have you ever thought this problem will come, right? Because companies are millions of companies are there, right? But then how would you understand the business of each company? How would you understand the metrics of each company? Because interviewer can ask you anything. Everyone in dilemma, how we will solve this problem.
Like it depends on their business, like what they are doing. Like let's say if you're talking about Uber, then the key indicator could be like how many rides how many rides Uber or Ola is getting in a month, or how many rides are getting cancelled, and so on.
Mm-hmm. No, Harshvardhan, I totally understood your answer, but what I am asking is, Ola is one company, right? But I am saying there are millions of companies out in the world. Some is in Ola business, some might be in food business, some might be in electronic business, some might be in e-commerce business, some might be in mobile business, some might be in phone pay, Paytm time business. There are so many companies in the world. Now I am saying you have heard about Ola, that's good. You have heard about Uber, that's good. But there are so many companies in the world which you have not even heard about the name, and interviewer will might ask you the questions, right, for the metrics part. How would you answer that? Until unless you understand the product, you won't be able to answer the product, right? Product metrics.
Yeah.
So, so I want to say it is a very simple problem to solve. Ab dekho how I want to tell you how. See, because you understand the problem statement, na? Everyone is able to understand the problem statement. There are millions of companies out there in the market. How I would, measure the metrics? How would have the deep understanding of the product? So let me answer this question in a very simple manner. See, there are n number of companies. Totally agree. There are millions of companies out there. We totally agree. But if you want to classify companies into some buckets, let us classify the companies into some bucket, right? If I say Flipkart, Myntra, or Amazon, all three companies are different, but their products are similar. Why? Because all three are e-commerce companies, right? Even Misho is also an e-commerce company. So if I want to ask you how many e-commerce companies are there, Pramod, how many e-commerce companies might be there in India? Just a rough estimate.
100.
Even more than 100, right? Matlab.
Yes.
If I want to ask you how many logistic companies are there, let's say Ola, Uber type, how many companies might be there?
20 plus.
Hmm. So if you see, if you though in simple terms, if I want to understand the product, I don't need to understand the company. It does not matter, right? If I ask you Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, for you they are our same product only, right? Because all these three companies are e-commerce companies.
Correct.
So let us classify the company. So there will be one company who will be in e-commerce model, right? Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra. Second will be logistic based companies, cab aggregators, let's say Ola, Uber. Okay.
Mm.
Third bucket can be uh, the food aggregators companies like uh, Zomato, Swiggy. Food Panda, right? Another based on companies, let's say, will be fintech based companies like Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, who allows you to transfer money through your app, right? So if you think in your head, if we pick any company which you have heard about, pick any tech based company which you have heard your name about, you can classify them into 10 buckets. Just
Correct.
just just give me an example of any tech based company. Ravi, just give me an example of tech based company you have heard about.
Infosys.
It is a software based company, right? Software based service providers. They just they sell their software product in the market. So Infosys,
Yes.
Wipro, uh,
HCL.
Cognizant,
Yes.
Tata, TCS, all these are what? All these are the same model. They just sell their software based services to their clients, right?
Correct.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Pratik, give me one tech based company name.
Uh, Sir, Mindtree or maybe Emphasis.
Infosys.
Uh, Sir, Mindtree is one company. Infosys, TCS, is a
If
tech-based
I
company.
try, I
Okay,
think
TCS we have
it would
discussed. That
be
TCS, Wipro all will fall under the bucket of same software based
Uh,
companies. They will sell.
Facebook,
sir.
Microsoft.
Havels
Uh,
and ABV.
Let me bifurcate it. Somebody has said Facebook, right?
yes, sir. Facebook,
So
Microsoft.
yeah, so Facebook हो गया. Let me classify that because I want to classify the companies into one bucket. तो Facebook जैसी कौन सी companies है? There are Facebook. One is Facebook. Second one is WhatsApp. Third one is Instagram. Fourth one is
Twitter.
Twitter. So all these four five companies, major companies, will fall under the bucket of social media networking companies.
Yes.
Okay.
ठीक है? And Vibhor, let's give another example of company.
Sir, Havels and ABV, Siemens, these all are tech-based companies. They are producing electrical devices for the consumer end. I think it would
Sir,
come under your.
Apple maybe.
Okay, so now, Pratik, I will classify Apple into a company. Let's whenever somebody is saying a particular company name, let's also pick their synonyms, their competitors. Apple, for example, let's say Apple. Then there is Samsung. Then there is Vodafone. Because all these companies are majorly known for their electrical based item products, right? Let's say their speakers, their mobile phones, their headphones, right?
Havels तो इसमें
Their laptops. So, if you have think, and let me ask you so that you can give me some examples of other companies which we have not covered yet, and we want to classify into some bucket.
Sir,
Baijo.
medical companies, NetMeds and everything.
Yeah, Apollo 24/7.
Yes.
There is 1mg. What all they are doing is they are providing you the health products at your home.
Yes.
What problem they have solved? What they have solved is Pele, what happened in in during our parent days, what happened is our parents has to go to the medical shop, they would give money in cash and they will buy the medicine. Now what is happening? Products, let's say MG, what they have solved is download the app, enter your mobile number, do registration, and just order medicines for your family at home. Right? This is how they have made your life easy. So all these product based companies, what they have done is they have find out a problem. The problem was time. Customer has to move out from their home to, let's say, 10 kilometer far away, and they have to go and they have to purchase medicine for their family. There are two things that were involved here. One is the time of the customer. They have tried to solve the two problems of the customer. One thing, they have solved for the time of the customer. Second, they have solved for the even the price of the customer, right? Because sometimes you have seen in the online model, you will also get discount whenever you try to refer some your friend, you will get discount. So even discount time they have solved, right? And in the metro cities, traffic is a big hustle. It's take lot of time to shift from one place to another and then purchase some food products for your family. Even Swiggy, what Swiggy has solved? Can you tell me what problem Swiggy has solved for you? Similar to the example which I was talking about. Let me call the name. Shubhankar, can you tell?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you tell me the problem which Swiggy or Zomato has been solving for Indian citizens? Shubhankar, what happened? Shubhankar, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One
Uh,
second. Hello.
there's so many noise is coming on. Let's keep yourself mute. I will ask somebody else. So that you can tell. Shubhankar, keep yourself mute. Can we stick to the English so that everyone can understand? Okay, they have solved for time. Then what else?
Sir, I think Swiggy provides us a variety of food items,
Hmm?
day or night. We don't have to visit the hotel at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. We can easily order food at any time.
So if I want to give some name to this particular problem, I would say they have provided you the flexibility to order the food, right? What Siddharth had mentioned,
Right.
he mentioned on the time. Because let's say if any restaurant is even 3 kilometer, 4 kilometer far away from your place, then it takes around 30 minutes to travel, then coming back. So they have saved your time. What Shuman has mentioned is they have also given you the flexibility. Because sitting at one place, you have the access to, let's say, 20 restaurants within the circle of 10 kilometers. You have the flexibility to order from multiple restaurants, right? Okay. So from our last 15-minute discussion, are you guys able to understand what exactly I want to teach you today? I want to teach you first how products are making your life easier. Why? So whenever we talk about startups are coming up in India, right? So how a company is built, the basic fundamental why a product needs to be published in a market is they first look out the problem of a customer. Swiggy and Zomato, whenever they were launching their product, how they launch this product, because they have solved the problem. They find out the problem. The problem was going to restaurants, every weekend. Traffic is there. Sometimes your aged family members are there. Let's say grandparents are there. They are not able to, they feel problem. They face problem in traveling. So Swiggy solved this problem for them, right? Given a 30 minutes 40 minutes time, you can order food online. So Swiggy has taken the problem statement of Indian citizens, you know uh, face problems in traveling, in the metro cities especially. Why Swiggy is not there still in tier 4 cities, right? Because their traffic is not a problem. Traffic is a problem in Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore, right? So they are solving this problem in metro cities. Now second question is, what problems Uber and Ola were solving, right? The problems they have picked up is, not every Indians have car, not every Indians owns a car, not every Indians owns a bike, right? And in metro cities very difficult, right? Because these cabs charges you random money. They will charge you, it will take you 200 rupees from this railway station to particular residence. But Uber and Ola, they have structured the prices through their pricing model. Through their pricing model, they are allowing you to take a ride and just pay 50 rupees. Whereas earlier the customers were at the mercy of the dictatorship of this particular cabs wala, right? Because they will charge you 400 rupees and there is nothing to benchmark with, right? But Ola, Uber, all were, they have benchmarked the prices across the cities across India. Okay. Another example, 1mg. What problem 1mg have solved? They have solved this problem of, you don't need to go outside of your hometown, outside of your home, or travel 4 5 kilometers and then purchase the medicine. You just sit at the home, order medicines for your family members, and the medicine will get delivered within 30 minutes or within 24 hours, right? So every product. So now whenever, I just want to tell you something. See, Harshvardhan, are you saying anything?
No, no.
Okay, so you can keep yourself mute. I think noise is coming. Yeah. So I just want to tell you one thing. Ki whenever you are looking at some product, whether it's Swiggy, Zomato, Pratik has mentioned about there are medicine based companies. 1 mg example. Are you watching Hotstar? You are watching cricket match on Hotstar. So every digital company is a product. And why this product exists? Because they are solving a root cause problem. Yes, Pratik.
Sir,
Pratik, are you
sir,
saying?
actually, I wanted to ask one thing. Suppose if one company provides multiple services, so the product will be the, I mean, the company or the different services will be the product.
Sorry, come again?
Sir, suppose if one company provides multiple services,
Yeah.
so sir, product will be the company or the different services will be the product.
Different
That
services will
one
be
thing.
the product. Different services will be the product. Let me take this example. You have heard about Swiggy, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Ordering food from Swiggy and ordering grocery items from Instamart. Both comes under Swiggy as a company, but both are different product.
Correct.
Instamart provides you the grocery items, whereas Swiggy provides you the food items. Let's say they provide you, you can order paneer butter masala, you can order different chapatis and all. But in Instamart, you can't order these things. You can only order grocery items. So the fundamental problem they are solving is totally different, right? At 10 p.m., most of the kirana stores get closed, but Swiggy is open. You can log in into the app and you can order grocery items from the Instamart. Again, the problem they were solving are symmetrical, but these are two different domains, right? You cannot compare can you compare restaurant bala with the kirana store? No, right?
No, no, sir. Yes.
So both are different products. Your question is very relevant. Is everyone is able to relate with the problem of Pratik? Because Pratik has asked you a very good question whether a company which has multiple products, a company can have multiple products, right, Pratik? For
Yes, sir.
example,
Yes.
Tata. Tata has one
Sir,
Tata.
yes, that is the name I was going to take on Tata.
Yeah, Tata has so many products, right?
Yes, yes, right, sir.
Yeah. So the basic understanding that you should have is ki, okay, what is product? You now understand what is product is, why why the product exists. Another basic question: why a particular product can get exist? A particular product can exist in the market because they are solving a root cause problem of India. Right? You see so many startups getting built in India, daily, monthly, yearly. Why? Because they find out some problem in India. They try to solve the problem, and they try to solve the problem in a very organic manner, in a very digitalized manner, so that you are getting comfort. So tell me, what are the advantage of these products and what are the disadvantage of product? Right? Let's discuss this. Let's start with Shuman. Shuman, you start. What are the give me one advantage and disadvantage of these product-based companies which are coming up in India and they are growing like hell for the last couple of years.
Sir, they are solving saving times.
Yeah.
They also provide discounts
Hmm.
and
One disadvantage.
so
Sir,
disadvantage.
sir, one disadvantage is there is a, I mean, monotony of, I mean, what they say, they completely own the share, own the market share. Suppose, sir, Uber is controlling everything currently, sir. They have the big market share.
Hmm.
Uh, so basically,
Impact
sir,
in
they
the
take.
environment can be one disadvantage. Bad impact on environment.
Disrupting the unorganized sector that don't have access to the technology is also a disadvantage.
Good point, Ravi. Yeah. So whenever see, Pratik, I am asking this question not from the point of view of one particular product. I am asking in general. I am asking in general. I want to develop your thought process. So when I'm asking, so this class is just about developing the thought process behind everything, right? Because now till today's class, have you ever thought about product in this way which I am teaching you? Did anyone thought about this problem? This, whenever you try to launch any app, you try to open any app, have you ever thought that they are actually making your life easier, but at the same time there are cons to it at the same time. And taking one step back, why these products were launched, why these particular apps were launched? Because they were solving a root cause problem. Before this class, Have you ever thought about the product in this particular manner which I am teaching you? Anyone?
No.
Please respond, guys.
No.
Right. Cool. So yeah, so the thought process we are discussing these things is just to understand why a particular product is being in the market. So see, it's very easy to understand the metrics part, right? But I am taking you one step back, even not one step back. I am taking you multiple steps back to understand why a particular product exists in the market. If a particular product is existing in the market, what are the problems they are solving for the customer? Second thing, third thing is, and how why why there are not only advantages to a particular product, there will always be disadvantages to a product, right? So are these three things clear to everyone, or do you have any question? Please ask me. Feel free to ask me. All these 3 points are clear to everyone?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
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 Sure. So now we will discuss about product metrics in depth, right? Because you have understand the basics, right? And again, one thing which which has been left in midway, we were discussing about there were so many companies in the market, but we have classified each company in one particular bucket. All the medical companies with similar product type will fall under one bucket of one MG companies. Another Flipkart, Amazon will fall under e-commerce companies. So in short, you just need to understand the category of a company. E-commerce company, whenever I say Flipkart, the next thing that should come in your mind is acha, it is an e-commerce company. So e-commerce is a category. You just need to understand the product metrics of e-commerce. All these metrics will equally hold true for Myntra, Flipkart, Meesho, Amazon. Second thing, mm, Ola. Okay, Ola, Uber, Taxido, Rapido, and there are so many companies. All this will fall under the the bucket of cab aggregators. They have a similar model. Okay. Third company, Swiggy, Zomato, Food Panda, all these three are food aggregators. These will fall under one model. Tata, MG, medicines, all will fall under one bucket. Okay, they are solving the problem of medicine deliveries at your home. So in your hand, it's become very easy, right? Whenever we say a company name or product name, you just need to classify them into one particular bucket, and you just need to write down the product metrics specific to that category. See, tell me one thing: will the product metrics of Flipkart will differ from Amazon or not? It will differ, but hardly it will differ, right? It will be similar only. So you just need to understand the problems or the logic why a particular e-commerce company is being being standing in India and what problem they are solving for. So you have to take a one layer above the product. So see, product is the base, then comes the company, and above company comes the category. Are these three layers clear to everyone,
Yes.
right? And it's very important to understand the product metrics from the perspective of a category. E-commerce category, cab category, then food aggregator category, then Hotstar, all Amazon Prime, Hotstar, Netflix, and there are so many. These we classify these particular products as we OTL platforms, right? OTL platforms. All these are OTT platforms. Sorry, OTT platforms are what? Do you know the full form of OTT platforms?
Over the theater.
What?
Over the top.
Over the top media. Okay. So all these companies. So tell me one thing: whether you watch Hotstar, whether you watch Netflix, whether you watch Amazon Prime, the metrics will remain the same. Why? Because they are similar product. They will fall under the category of OTT platform, and they are trying to solve only the Same problem. What problem OTT platforms are solving? Let's discuss this. Nikhil, just give your view. What problem they are solving for?
So we can again say that they give they give the people the enough flexibility to watch the particular movie or the particular serial. So flexibility is one part.
Flexibility. Can you please explain what is flexibility? And see one more thing. Whenever see our class started at 10 p.m. So whenever I am asking any particular question to anyone, what I expect from you is ki if let's say Siddharth or Suman or Pramod have used one particular thought process, don't try to use that thought process. Give me some different answer. Because what I am understanding is ki what answer and anyone of you is giving to me, the basic understanding is everyone is able to understand that question and answer, and they're putting that thing in their head, right? So always try to give me out of the box answer which nobody has given. So now I am asking this question, what problems OTT platforms are solving for? So you should think, take a minute, think an answer which nobody has given till now, so that we don't give repeated answer, right? Because we know they are saving time, we know they are solving flexibility, but wo ho gaya, basic ho gaya. Now give me the some answer which I have not heard till now, we have not discussed.
I think we can say that they gave the choices to the customer to
Okay,
diversify their consume. Also, we can say the availability of providing content to a consumer for the whatever the director or the producer is over there. So
got
choices
it.
and content diversification, we can say.
Got it. Good points, Nikhil. Yeah, Harsh,
Affo-
you have raised your
affordability.
location. Affordability, yeah, can you explain affordability? Good point, but
Yeah, 10 people have to go for a theater. It will cost around 2000 or something else. They will
yes,
watch the
this
same movie at
great,
two.
great, great. See, now you are able to understand what I want to teach you today. Because how Lokesh has thought this problem is, okay, what is the framework which we all are discussing today is a product exists in the market, OTT platform. Why they are existing? Because they are solving some problem statement. What is the problem statement they are solving? Take, Lokesh, you mentioned they are making it affordable. It's a very good point. Why? Because let's say Brahmastra is a movie which got recently released. The prices were 700 rupees in
Yes,
Inox, right? But OTT platform or subscription you can buy for 700 rupees for a year. You can watch 100 movies in a year
yes, sir.
instead of just going to a mall and buy one movie, right? One movie ticket. So the problem they were solving is they are solving the affordability. They are solving the problem of price sensitivity which Indians have. They are solving for the time. Time which I am not discussing, it is common because Siddharth, Soman already have talked. We have already discussed, right? I don't want to discuss the repeated answer which already has given, right? Because kuch new, we are here to learn something new. We are here to understand basics, and we are here to understand the fundamentals why a product get exist, right? Before you have raised your hand, go man. Lokesh was a very good point.
Yes, thank you.
Nikhil, Lokesh,
The
very
my point is, the OTT platforms provide us a possibility to entertain ourselves while we are traveling, when we are outside of our houses. In earlier days, we are dependent on television or radio, but now they are provided us to watch any movies or serials anywhere.
And across different platforms as well, like in tablet, phone, or anything.
Means at any time, anywhere we can access the movies.
And
Before that, we were going to the movie for this in cinema. Now we can access that content in my mobile phone and laptop anywhere.
And I want to tell you one thing also. This is also I'm teaching from the point of everyone has developed the thought process, which is good. And whenever somebody is asking the question, so teach me as an interviewer. Okay.
make
Okay, okay.
Okay. So
making regional movies into a pan India movies. Like anyone can watch. I mean, any film of the any language can go
hmm,
to OTT. Means any person in India they can watch that film, but by subtitles, by using subtitles or something.
yeah, understood. So good points. And everyone has understood the basic, right? But Whenever somebody asks you the question around product, always think from the basic, why that particular product is existing in the market. If that product exists in the market, why their competitors exist in the market, and how I need to the answer, how I want to give the answer. See, everyone has understood how, what answer they need to give, but we need some polishing in the answer, right? So when Lokesh started his answer, he mentioned me affordability. So it's better whenever somebody is asking you the question, think in your head and don't try to explain things. First, give one point, affordability. Now explain that point. Okay, affordability means, by affordability, I meant to say, there are the prices of movies tickets in India is around, let's say, 500 plus in metro cities, right? But most of the subscriptions of the OTT platforms are less than 500, even for monthly or yearly, so that they can save. So this is, in this manner they are able to help customers to make their products affordable, and hence there is lot of demand of such OTT platforms. So Lokesh started with affordability, then explain it. But when, let's say, I ask this question to Pramod, so Pramod has not given me a keyword. We call these as keyword. It's very important when somebody is asking you the question, especially product-based question. It's always important to first focus on the keyword. Okay, if I want to say some answer to Mayank or the interviewer, it's important. It might take you 2 3 lines to explain that question, but it's better to first give 2 or 3 keywords or phrase and then try to explain it. Am I clear to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
तो ये
Yes.
बहुत, this is the very critical and important thing which no one gives emphasis on, but it's very, it's being highly, this is a very highly rated skill in the corporate world, and we call this skill as apt to the point. What does it mean is, if somebody has asked you a question, you try to digest that question and try to give the answer in a very filtered manner, right? I don't want, because if you are taking too many words to explain the same point, which, let's say, Bibor or Lokesh or Nikhil or Ravi is taking, and you are taking more word, that means you are not clear in your thought process. So it's always better practice to think in your head, take a moment, take a minute, and you can always ask in the interview. Let's say if I ask to Bibor, so you can always say to me, not just to me but even in the interview, hey Mike, I understood your problem statement, can I get a couple of minutes to structure my thoughts, then I will get back to you. So this way, what you are telling to the interview, you are telling two things. You are telling ki, okay, I know the answer, but I want to structure the answer in my thought, and then give me the better answer in bullets. Okay, affordability. Second, flexibility, and then explain it. Third, okay, the pan India. Somebody mentioned ki you can watch pan India movies, right? So you will call it as the diversity. That is pan. Then in diversity, then I will ask you, Acha, what do you mean by diversity? Then you will explain. Okay, by the diversity, I meant to say, India is a very diversified country where you can, in every state the content get changes. So I can watch the contents of 29 plus states in single platform. I don't need to go from Madhya Pradesh to Karnataka to to watch some particular TV shows. There are so many TV shows which are very local to Karnataka compared to Madhya Pradesh, but all these are being are brought together by OTT platform like Hotstar or Amazon Prime or Netflix,
Correct.
right? Are the basics, are there any questions, or have you understood the the basic framework, the basic fundamental which which we are talking on, which we are discussing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, understood.
Okay, ठीक है. तो यार बेसिक आज का पॉइंट मेरा यही था कि आई वाज वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड. अब गोइंग फॉरवर्ड, राइट फ्रॉम टुडे ऑनवर्ड्स, whenever you are using any particular app, whether it's WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, just once in a day think, okay, Facebook है, तो Facebook as a product, what is the revenue model of the Facebook? Just be curious in your head itself. What will be the revenue model of the Facebook? Okay, what are the different types of customers revenue Facebook has? Who is the competitor of Facebook? How Facebook earns money, right? Why customers are addicted to the Facebook? Well, what is the problem statement that Facebook has solved for? Okay. And what are the pros and cons of using the Facebook? I am telling you very honestly, if once in a day you pick one product, Facebook, another day Amazon, next day after Ola, Uber, within within a week you will get a command over all the problem statements of product. It's very easy because there is nothing new. It's just how you think. It's just how you frame your answer. It's just how you tell an interviewer about your thought process. And fourth is the depth. The depth of the product will only come when you try to understand the category. Again, I am focusing on the category. Flipkart, Amazon is a product. I am focusing on the category. Categories, e-commerce. Deep dive, do a Google search. E-commerce metrics, e-commerce product understanding. Second, Swiggy, Zomato. We call them at food aggregators. Food aggregators product understanding. So once you try to use Google and your mind, you just need to cover only 10 to 12 categories. E-commerce. Okay. I will write in the group also e-commerce, and I will also share the material later when we try to go deep. Today, I don't want to bombard you with any material because it's a very basic thing. But everyone is able to understand, right? You just need to cover 10 to 12 product categories of the product: e-commerce, food aggregators, logistics, fintech companies, software based companies, medical based companies, government based companies. Then there are credit card based companies. Just 10, 12 companies categories are there. That's it. In each category, you just need to understand three things: what is the problem statement they are solving, what is their product about, and deep understanding of their product, like what is their business model, how the product looks like. For example, in Amazon, how you do a search, how you choose a product, how they measure the metrics. Then the third thing is, that is very important, what are the, how can you improve that product. If I ask you a very simple question, okay, you have all used Swiggy, Zomato. Now the question that I want to ask you, tell me couple of things which Swiggy should improve to improve their revenue model. Tell me two things which Swiggy should definitely build for in improving their product so that it helps the end customer. So these particular questions answer you can only give when you have the depth of the product. You can have the depth of the product only when you have understood the category. Because for Swiggy and Zomato, answer will remain the same, right?
Correct.
Right? Swiggy and Zomato का answer same ही होगा because they belong to the same category. So we need to focus on the category part. It's good you understand what is product, you understand what is category, but it's very important because you cannot cover millions of products. You can only cover the category, and this is what is expected. Cover a category, go in the depth of the category, understood their business model, understood their metrics, understood their product, understand what needs to be done to improve that product, and that's what is important. And now all these three four things you are thinking in your head, how will you measure the measurement of each problem, the measurement of each the pros cons the measurement of the whether the product is going right or wrong is done through a parameter which we call as key performance indicator, which is KPIs or product metrics. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
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 ठीक
Yes.
है. Do Are you able to understand? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि सबके सर के ऊपर से जा रहा है या सबको ये समझ में आ रहा है ना कि बेसिक फंडामेंटल अपन ने क्या फोकस किया है. हेलो प्लीज यार रिस्पॉन्ड करते रहो.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
I
sir.
got.
First
Everything
product to
right है?
set category, problem statements, business models. Let's say.
अपन देखो, मैं एक एक चीज पढ़ाऊंगा तुम्हें. मैं यहाँ पे हूँ पढ़ाने के लिए तुम्हें. आई विल जस्ट टीच यू एवरीथिंग, बट बस आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग यू बिकॉज सी everyone is using a smartphone. After the class also you will use WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. Tomorrow also you will use. So I'm just saying that whenever you're using these products na, to try to इसमें ना try to develop curiosity, try to develop and मतलब try to be curious कि okay यार स्विगी से मैंने order किया, स्विगी से order is coming in 45 minutes. How they are doing it? मैंने I booked the cab from Ola. How they calculated the price? कि why the price should be only 100? Why not it cannot be 120? There are so many questions that you should get whenever you are using the app. You are ordering a food, you are ordering clothes by Flipkart, right? You are ordering the food through Flipkart. There are so many products in the Flipkart. You're trying to order. How they are able to tell you कि for this particular pin code, food item, the cloth item will get delivered within 10 days. How they are able to tell? So that means every product has so many depth. There are so many nuances to a particular product. We will try to cover maximum, but I cannot cover and matlab, it's not possible to cover everything, but I can just develop a thought process in each and everyone's head. So that thought process that thought process I will just suggest you try to use that process from today onwards only. That is the reason why we have, SQL was going on, I know, and we have generally changed the direction because SQL, we will cover the SQL from Monday onwards. But this is very important, right? Because thought process is very important to develop from the day one. If not day one, within a couple of weeks, it should get developed so that whenever you are free, whenever you are working or you are studying, so have that curiosity. I will tell you in analytics or whether it's product, in both these domains you just need to be curious about the thing. If you are curious about the things, then your life is sorted, because you will ask so many questions. You will try to cover, because in product what is happening is you have questions, you will try to go into the depth. If you are going into the depth, that means you are understanding each and every part of the company, part of the product, which is business. If I want to tell you, if a company has a three main verticals, one is the business, पैसा कैसा आएगा, revenue कैसा grow होगा, ठीक है. Second part is technical things, product based companies, how they are solving, how through technology, how to solve the problem. So we solve the problem through online website, online app. That's it. Third part is care queries, customer queries. If customer reaching out to the Swiggy, how they will solve the problem, right? So these are the only three main verticals in any company. Business model, second is the product, second is the technology based solution, which is product, data, analytics, in the technology based solution. Third is how you are solving the problems of your customers. Let's say मेरा refund नहीं आया स्विगी पे, I will call to the customer care, right? So they have to build a model for customer care also, because they need to solve the customer queries as well. So always we will go into the depth, right? Tomorrow we will cover the depth, but this thought process is very important. सबको ये क्लियर है ना, व्हाट इज प्रोडक्ट मैट्रिक्स, व्हाई वी आर मेजरिंग प्रोडक्ट मैट्रिक्स, व्हाई and how we will be able to cover the breadth. One is breadth, second one is depth. Breadth will be covered, just cover the 10 12 important categories in India: e-commerce, logistic company like Ola, Uber, then food aggregators. Just covered 11 12 categories, and you will never find any company that is apart from those that don't belong to that particular category. Okay. So it's just important to cover breadth. Breadth is covered through category. Depth we will cover by the understanding each and every metric of a company. Because the metrics of e-commerce might be different from the food aggregator, let's say Swiggy. Their metric can differ. Makes sense because their revenue model is different. So we want to understand that, and for every product, customer base can also be different. So understanding the customer base of a particular product, then understanding their revenue model, then understanding the key metrics of the product, and then understanding how we can improve the product, that particular product. If you are able to understand these four things for each category, then you are sorted for the at least product case studies round. Because if you have in-depth understanding of this product, second part then needs to bring in data. Anything that you are saying, it needs to be backed by data. That we will cover product plus data part. That will cover after you have learned SQL and when you have developed an understanding of product.
Okay.
Any question, guys?
No.
No question.
No questions so far.
किसी को भी नहीं, किसी को तो होगा डाउट यार. Hmm?
I want to say is that if we can do it simultaneously while learning the SQL, we can have the lecture related to the product after the 15 or 20 days.
We are doing that, right? That's why after 3 classes we have the product round.
So,
But the thing is, क्या है? I will tell you. I will be teaching product in between because couple of classes mein, tomorrow class also I will take. In couple of classes I will develop that curiosity, because I can teach you to a certain limit, right? That if that curiosity is you, if you want to really grow in this particular domain, you have to develop curiosity by yourself. No one can develop that curiosity. Today the best, today's motive of today's class was to develop that curiosity in each and everyone mind. If you are using Sugi, how that particular product is solving the problem. You understood, right? The motive of today's class was to develop that curiosity, to develop that basic fundamental. And we will be having our, SQL classes and product, you know, in between parallelly. So don't worry about that. It's just because, everyone is very new. Most of the candidates are very new to this particular things, right? That's why we have to maintain our pace so that we don't bombard you with so many problems. So what I will do is I will, find out some particular, some a website through which I can share you, I will share a website link for you, from where what I expecting you guys is tomorrow you should come and read those particular website content, which is the metric part, so that whenever you are coming tomorrow, you go through it. You have any question, you ask me, and then we will discuss about the product metric. We will try to cover two three categories. We will try to cover e-commerce in depth. We will try to cover Swiggy, Zomato in depth. So whenever we are covering these two products in depth, your understanding will grow 10x. You will able to understand, अच्छा e-commerce में ये होता है और Swiggy में ये होता है, different है. Then I will give you the material around it. Today I will just give you a basic, through Google search I will give you a basic, website links through which you can understand the the metric part, basic under fundamental framework क्या है. Tomorrow I will give you my content which I have prepared, so that उसको फिर depth में you will be able to understand what is e-commerce and all. वो सब ठीक है.
Yes.
Also, Mank, like we didn't receive any PDF of the previous two lectures actually.
हाँ तो मेरे को
So,
डीएम कर देना, मैंने बोला ना क्लास की स्टार्टिंग में.
मतलब क्लास नहीं छूटा है, just the PDFs. Like I thought, like if we had the PDF, it will be easier for us to revise.
ओके यार, वो आई थिंक नील इज आउटसाइड. आई विल डिस्कस बट टुमारो आई विल शेयर, दैट्स वर्क्स राइट.
हाँ,
यस.
yeah, okay.
Yesterday class में what Piyush has teaches you, taught you is mainly that basic W3 school के group by and all, right? तो अभी जो हर्षवर्धन, टू बी ऑनेस्ट, जो वो जो पीडीएफ वाले क्लासेस है ना, that needs to be start from Monday actually. वो उसमें इन डेप्थ आपको जब जो आपको पढ़ाया है, एंड जस्ट आई एम क्लियरिफाइंग दिस थिंग, जो भी चीज आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं ना, उतनी डेप्थ में अभी गए नहीं है अपन. जैसे फॉर लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल टुडेज क्लास, तो टुडेज क्लास में मैंने अभी तुमको बेसिक बताया, उसका मैं आपको एक वेबसाइट का रेफरेंस दे रहा हूँ. ट्राई टू गो थ्रू आफ्टर दिस क्लास. टुमारो क्लास से पहले एक बार उसको पढ़ लेना, सो टुमारो वंस यू कम टू माय व्हेन वी डिस्कस, वी विल डिस्कस इन डेप्थ एंड देन आई विल शेयर यू द कंटेंट. पहले डेप्थ भी कवर करना पड़ेगा ना. अगर लेट्स से yesterday if he just taught you basic aggregate और वो, तो वो W3 स्कूल में भी आपको मिल जाएगा. But once we they cover you the majority of the things, and then they will give you